G'day, you filthy jabronis. It is the Verd, back with you again, and yeah, this is my face. You haven't seen it for a while, except you will see it in a promo where I've got a moustache. I decided to get rid of the moustache because, honestly, I look like a freaking weird, I'm not going to say the word, John would classify it as a Jared Fogle, and I decided it would be better to look like a weird, confused 12-year-old. So we're going to go with that. Anyway, I'm here with a cool video for you guys today. If you enjoy, as you can see on the screen, I have currently got my UBC Championship winning team. The UBC Season 2 is launching really soon, and so I thought what I would do is do a fun showdown session where I use my UBC Championship team against OU teams and see myself get absolutely destroyed because, hey, that sounds like a good idea. Basically, just reminding you guys of the team, we have physically defensive Nidoking, we have especially defensive Wish Pass Clefable, mixed defensive Gyarados, Mecha Gyarados, sorry, Restock Mega Gyarados, defensive Assault Vest Eel, Life Orb Adamant Emboar, and I believe Adamant Sword Stance Lumberry Scizor. So you know what? Let's jump into some battles. I had internet issues earlier doing this recording. I've hopefully fixed all those up so we can actually get into some good battles. We're up against I'm not going to try and pronounce that shit. I got better things to do in my life. So he has a team of just starters. Fantastic. Do I like this? Kind of. I mean, Delphox can't touch Gyarados, so that's nice. If it's Zard X, Gyarados can kind of wall it if I need to, so that's cool. Superior can be blocked by Clefable. Empoleon can't really get past Gyarados, so that's cool. Swampert is annoying, but I have Eel. I don't know, I feel good about my matchup. I think my best lead is Eel. Just looking on his team overall, seems like the smartest thing to lead with, so I'm going to go with it. As he does lead Pert, which is basically what I expected. I'm going to go straight for the knockoff, because I feel like he's going to go for Rocks, which doesn't really hurt my team too much. I'm going to knock off here. Get a good chunky bit of damage, get rid of those lefties. I'm going to go for the U-turn now, as I don't expect him to stay in. And I want to try and hold as much momentum in this battle as I can. Issue is that if he goes into that Charizard, it's going to be a problem. But, plus side is with this Eel set, what I can do here is fire off a Super Fang. If he goes into Charizard, I can go for Super Fang plus Dragon Tail, and then it will die to Rocks if I can get them up. So that's my game plan. As he actually goes Superior, which is okay. I don't mind that. We can actually take a hit from Superior, so the temptation right now is to go for a U-turn since we are Assault Vest. I don't feel like it's my smartest play though. I think my smartest play is just going directly into my Clefable to take on this thing. I am a bit worried though about, this is a tough one. You know what? We can wish this back up when we need to. So he actually misses Leaf Storm, so that works out perfectly. We can get off the U-turn, basically kill the Superior, so it is now not really an issue. And what I think my play actually, God, do I want to go Nidoking now and get up Rocks? No, I can easily come in with Nidoking every time against Chesnaught. So I think my play might be Scizor or just going straight into Emboar, since my opponent does not have a Solid Switch into this beast at all. Pert has been Pert isn't too weak yet, so I think I have to go Clefable, which I don't like. I don't like doing this play. But if he is Life Orb Superior, he will just die here. So what I want to do actually though, guys, is fire off the Toxic. On the off chance that Charizard comes in, I need that thing weakened ASAP, but if this thing goes for Leaf Storm, I can eat it up. I expect him to want to switch to Preserve. To be fair, I'm going to start timer on him too. I expect him to switch to Preserve here, and he's going to go out to Charizard. Like we predicted, we fire off that Toxic, which is amazing. And we lose absolutely nothing from wishing here. No matter what Zard set he is, we can definitely take it on. If it is DD Zard, that's a little bit scary, but the more we can weaken this Zard, yeah, I figured it might be DD Zard, okay. We can get a wish up here. We are unaware Clef. Whether we take a hit or not, I have no idea. My safest play though is going straight into my Gyarados. I can eat up any hit. It will be intimidated, so back at neutral attack. And I believe that he'll go for the Flare Blitz here, so we can absolutely eat that up. As he chooses the DD again, which isn't too bad for us. The wish is going to come true, he's going to get weakened again. This is a fantastic position for us. We can just Mega Evolve and go for Dragon Tail, and I believe he's going to go for an attack this turn with Charizard, probably trying to Mega Evolve to go for damage. Makes the most sense. I don't think he's going to go for an attack in regular form. He's going to go for that +1 Dragon Claw, hoping for the best, knowing that I probably pack the EQ or the Waterfall to kill him. So at this point, if I was him, I would Mega Evolve and go for Dragon Claw. As I'm going to Mega Evolve, reveal I am a Gyarados. He's going to Dragon Claw. We absolutely tank that like champions. We get off that detail, and that Zard is out of here. Out to Delphox, which is actually not too bad. If this thing doesn't pack Deagley, we get off a free rest. Oh, I just realized it also packs Energy Ball, but I don't see... I mean, I could get this thing healed back up against frickin'... Do I want to rethink this play? I could go out to Clefable here, because I can get in Gyarados free against Empoleon to get off a rest if I want to. Yeah, I like that play. I'm going to go straight to Clef. Getting up rocks ASAP is great. Also, if his Charizard turns out to not have Roost, then he's going to die to like 2 or 3 turns of Toxic regardless. And by Flare Blitzing Clefable, he'll basically die anyway. He goes Chestnut here, which is awesome because I actually went Clefable. As what I can do now pretty safely is just Wish up. If he does go Charizard, we can definitely deal with it. He could just try and stay in and Spiky Shield, which I guess is a play. I actually really want to go... Actually, this is perfect. Okay, he made an interesting play. He made a great play for me. I can go directly into Gyarados. I don't believe there's a single move Empoleon can go for bar Grass Knot that can kill me from here. With the Gyarados bulk that I have, I can get Gyarados back up to decent health, which is awesome if I can do that. As the Empoleon, he doubles into Chestnut, which is fine. I'm totally cool with this, because I'm just going to go straight into my Nidoking and get up those rocks, because if I can get up those rocks with Nidoking, Charizard dies. He's going to Drain Punch. This could activate my Poison Point. It does not, so that's okay. Nidoking's going to come in. He doesn't really have a solid Nidoking switch in, to be fair. Nidoking actually, if this was like the special attacking set, rips through his team. I'm going to go for my rocks now, as he just lets him go up. As he's going to Leech Seed, which is fine by me. The issue is I can't really do much to this Chestnut. But what I can do is fire off some T-Spikes, because if he goes into Empoleon to Defog, I don't mind. Like, it's not a big deal. I'm going to add my T-Spikes now, because, you know, I can. He's not really doing anything to me. He's not really forcing me into any plays. Problem is, if he has Bulletproof, my Sludge Bomb actually won't damage him. So I'm actually going to have to pull a switch. I guess out to my Eel. Eel makes the most sense, I think, in this matchup. He might switch with Chestnut. I don't know. I am actually faster, so I'm not sure. I'm going to go out to Eel, just because I feel that Eel is very expendable. At this point, he loses Superior and Charizard both to rocks. So he has to go into Empoleon at some point to make a play. Drain Punch is going to do absolutely pitiful damage. I'm going to go straight for the knockoff here, as it is my best play. I feel like he will Spiky Shield, but I don't care. He actually chooses not to Spiky Shield, so I can get rid of lefties. All I really need to do now is just status his Chestnut, and I can beat it 1v1 with Nidoking. But at this point, I think my safest play is just going back out to Clef, to be honest. Yeah, I know the series of players I want to go for now. He's going to Drain Punch Clef, do absolutely nothing. This is his opportunity to want to go into his Empoleon, so I want to take this opportunity to go directly into my Emboar. As he does choose to go Empoleon, like I predicted, I can go straight into my Emboar. And at this stage, I am max attack, life orb, so I believe Wild Charge will absolutely obliterate this Empoleon. He does not have a switch in bar Pert, which I don't care if it comes in, quite frankly. As he does choose to stay in, that unfortunately doesn't get the kill. Hopefully he doesn't go for Defog. He does go for Defog. Actually, it's not the worst thing to do in for Defog. If I'm going to be honest with you guys, it's not the worst thing, because Superior plus Zard from here both die to my Emboar Sucker Punch, which is completely awesome. So I'm just going to go straight for a Flare Blitz here and kill off his Empoleon. I am assuming he's going to go out to Swampert. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to kill there, but he does go Pert. This should do a lot to Pert. It does a ridiculous amount. Awesome. So Swampert's dead. Does that. Yeah, I'd rather just kill it with Emboar now. I could preserve Emboar with a bit of HP, but frankly, there's no point. I get one more Life Orb hit off, which I don't mind. So yeah, there's that. Against the Charizard, my best play is still to Sucker Punch, just for the fact that, like, I have Unaware Clefable in back if I really need it, and I still have Eel at not really decent health, but Gyarados at decent health, so as long as I can play smart here, I should be okay. So, against this Gen 1 team, what I'm doing, but he actually goes Serp, which is awesome, because I do pack the Sucker, so I'm going to sacrifice off Emboar to kill Serp here. It just makes sense. It just does. it makes sense to make this play. If he goes for Glare or Synthesis, then whatever, he doesn't. So we get a nice little trade-off there. Ember putting in work, just absolutely decimating my opponent's team, to the point where I feel confident that Lumberry SD Sizzle is almost on the cusp of winning. Judging on the way that his team is looking right now, my safest play is probably Gyarados, I want to say. Yeah, he does go Delphox, so Gyarados was the correct play to make there. And his Empoleon is his only real switch into this thing, so I'm going to fire off a Toxic, as I can take any hit from Delphox if I need to, as he's going to double into his Chesnaught, which is awesome. We get a Toxic off on that thing. And since that Chesnaught is Toxic, we can just go straight out to Joffrey. And from there, we can pretty much checkmate his Zard. He's going to Leech us, which I don't mind. I can just go straight for my rocks here. If he does not go Charizard, he will lose his Charizard, I believe. Judging on the fact that I don't feel Empoleon's going to be able to come in and get rid of these hazards. I just don't want to give Empoleon the chance to come in. That's the thing. And if Empoleon does come in, that allows my Sizzle the free Sword Stance that I probably need. The only issue is that Delphox in the back, which Sizzle can't beat. He actually chooses to go Delphox now, which is phenomenal. I don't mind. Do I want to just go into Clef? Is that the smart play? Trying to figure out what like the best play for me winning is. I need Joffrey because it just deals so well with that Chesnaught, so I feel like Clef immediately. Although I feel Psyshock is coming, it's going to hurt a lot. Yeah, it hurts a lot. I think he specs, to be fair. Do I want to Scout? Do I want to Calc? I don't know. It's definitely not Life Orb. That did a lot. Like, I'm not physically defensive for Fable, though, so it's like... I'm going to Protect to be that guy. And then I'm going to go straight into my Gyarados, because that makes the most sense to me. Reason why this is a good play too is because I could get the chance to Dragon Tail the Delphox, and I wouldn't mind keeping Clefable alive, to be honest, as he might be locked in. So the play is, I think, to Dragon Tail here. I expect Chesnaught to come in. It gives me a chance to hurt Delphox and kill Charizard. Gives me a, 1 in 3 chance of getting the one thing I don't want to see come in. So I think it's a safe play. And if he does turn out to not be Life Orb, then, Specs, then cool. No, I'm just judging on the damage. So he's going to go Chesnaught. Can we connect with the Dragon Tail? We can. Please go to Charizard. Go to Delphox, which is awesome too. That also works. I feel like this time he might go for like an Energy Ball or something. I feel like it's his smartest play. I'm going to double back into my Clef just to be safe. It makes the most sense to me. If he goes into Chesnaught, we can fire off the Moonblast, which I believe after Rocks can kill Empoleon, but I could be wrong. It's 10%, surely. I don't know. I might go aggressively into Scizor at that point. Yeah, I think I would. Gonna go into John Cena as he Willows, which is cool. That's a play. That's a play right there. My best play by far, I feel. I really want to double into Sizzle, but it's not worth the risk. My best play is to go straight for the Moonblast and hope that it kills the Empoleon. I'm gonna let the Delphox kill me if it turns out to have. I mean, I'm feeling it doesn't actually have an offensive, like, I don't think it has Dazzling Gleam or anything like that. Chesnaught's not a problem. I have a Nidoking in the back that deals with it once I get the poison off, which is awesome. Charizard currently isn't a problem as long as I can keep rocks up on the field. So really Delphox is the only thing. If I can just keep on weakening the Delphox, then SD Scizor wins. So that is the primary win condition we are going with, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if it's going to happen. I'm waiting to see what is going to do. But I feel pretty good. I don't know. I assume he's going to switch. I guess he's calculating to see if Empoleon does live. Even if Empoleon lives it, I think what I'm going to do is make an aggressive play that could come off really well. Yeah. I don't know how much Scizor's BP can do. He's actually going to go Empoleon. Hope Moonblast can kill. It does, because I get a crit. Booyah, that's basically GG right there, boys. Bit of hacks to the Verdman. Not bad. Not bad. Because now Charizard is dead. Delphox is pretty much put into +2 BP range. So the moment Chesnaught comes in, Scizor wins. That's awesome for me. Chesnaught comes in now. Honestly, I really lose nothing from Moonblasting. Like, literally nothing is lost from going for Moonblast. I don't feel like him going for Spiky Shield is a good play, because if I go for Wish, it just blows up in his face. It's like a waste of a turn. So I'm just going to Moonblast straight up, because it'll kill Chesnaught. Delphox then can come in, take a bit of hazards. Can't really touch Gyarados from what I've seen. And Charizard is basically dead on entry. So he does Spiky Shield, which I think is possibly one of the worst plays he could have made, but each to their own, I suppose. See, I just don't agree with it, because it was so free for me to Wish there. Even if he'd gone for Leech Seed, he couldn't have killed me with a Drain Punch, because he's seen like that I can take hits, but he's just going to Leech Seed now. I'm going to kill him with Moonblast, so I hope it was worth it, dude. I really hope it was worth it. So we're going to be able to wrap up a 5-0 victory here. Not as good as the UBC Grand Final, but it's not a bad start. Against a team, honestly, that isn't like high tier what I'm expecting. I actually feel like this team will match up well against the higher tier Pokemon. I'm going to go straight into Cocktail to preserve the 5-0, as I can just Toxic the Delphox and then wear it down that way. As he has Shadow Ball. No Spadef drops, please. Thank you. Alright, we're going to just Toxic this thing, as I believe that he's Scarfed or Specs. He does actually get the Spadef drop, which is annoying, but yeah, it's GG. I'm just going to go out to Eel, because it makes more sense right now. As that does nothing, we can eat that, and then Eel can fire off the knockoff. That seals the deal. Not even a crit Shadow Ball will kill us. He decides to forfeit to save himself the embarrassment, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, as you can see, I'm very low on the ladder. I don't do much showdown laddering anymore. We get a more kind of offensive team. I'm kind of liking this. You can't really see it for some reason. It hasn't really loaded up the picture yet, but this man is rocking Zard. Judging on the team, I want to say it's Zard X, because he already has Heatran, Thundurus Therian. He has Fortress as a spinner, which gets hard walled by my Nidoking, and I can't Poison Point him though, but I can Super Fang him, and then go straight out to my Emboar, which is actually walled by Heatran in this game, which is kind of funny. Heatran's a problem. Heatran is a problem. Big thing I just want to beat down is that Fortress. That Fortress is annoying. If I can beat it, we got no problems. Weavile's a bit of an issue too. I'm just going to... who do I lead with? Clefable feels kind of useless in this game, but then again, it is not the worst kill to go check. I guess I lead with Eel. He leads Zard. I am going to assume he is Zard X. It just makes the most sense for his team. Temptation is to go for Super Fang, because if he is Zard X, he can DD up. I can take one hit, I believe, after he DDs, or just one hit initially. Super Fang him, and if he is the Sunset, I can definitely take one hit, so I feel Super Fang is the safest play. He has SD. That's weird. That's a weird Charizard set, friend. I think I have to go directly into my Cocktail, but then again, judging on calcs, bad idea. I actually really want to predict him to go for a Dragon type. Even though I have Clefable, I feel like if he goes for Outrage, it's just a terrible play, so he has to go for the Fire type move. Makes the most sense in my mind. I like Scizor in this match. Actually, I'm not the hugest fan of Scizor in this matchup. He has a Fortress that walls me. He has a Heatran that walls me. Sure, I get a cheap kill on Weavile, but so does like half my team. So my safer play, I feel, right now is going into my Scizor, as what will happen is he'll take so much recoil from the Flare Blitz that it'll be put into Emboar Sucker Punch range. Or my Gyarados can just come in and kill him too. So I'm going to go directly into my Scizor. It is my most expendable Pokemon. He actually chooses to Declaw here, which is completely fine by me. As I'm going to fire off the BP that will put him into range of dying to Emboar Sucker Punch, as he does this Flare Blitz. So he is in range of dying to Emboar Sucker Punch, but I don't want to reveal the Sucker Punch just yet. I have a Gyarados that can come in quite safely on this thing with the Intimidate, and then Mega Evolve, fire off a Detail, and then that is the end of Charizard. And that's probably the safer play out of anything that I can do. If he goes for Roost, that's cool. If he goes for Declaw, as you can see, we eat it up, and we get off the Dragon Tail. So Zard X, one of the biggest threats on his team, is gone. Weavile can be dealt with by this thing. Keldeo can be dealt with by Clefable. He actually goes into Thunderous here, which we do deal with quite nicely with Clefable because we are a very good special defensive set. We also have Nidoking, which can deal with it too, but I'm going to go Clef as Psychic does nothing. He has a Spadef drop, which I don't think matters because of Unaware. Don't quote me on that, I'm not 100% sure. But I feel like he's going to go Heatran, but then again I have Emboar that can come in on Heatran almost every single time. Plus I have Gyarados that comes in on Heatran every single time. So I'm going to choose to Wish on this turn, as he is going to Volt Switch, I believe, out to Heatran. It makes the most sense. That Spadef drop kind of sucks. Judging on the damage, it looks like the Spadef drop did actually factor in. I'm going to go straight out to Gyarados. I really want to heal Clef to switch in on the Thunderous, because that thing is going to rip my team apart, but I'll find a way to deal with it. He's going to Earth Power, does nothing. Doesn't get the Spadef drop that time, so that's nice. That's good news. I don't know what his switch in is to this thing. I can't Toxic this, and I can't Toxic freaking Fortress, which sucks. This set sucks against Steel types. The thing was that Adam didn't have a Steel type on his team, so it was amazing. He had like one Fairy, which I was able to capitalize on. I'm going to Detail. As choose to go out to Thunderous, we actually missed the Dragon Tail, which is going to suck donkey dick. Fortunately, though, we have another decent switch into Thunderous in our Kim Jong-il, as we can absolutely swallow a Thunderbolt. So that's good news. Super Fang is by far the best play on this turn. It'll weaken anything I want in his team. Sludge Wave does nothing. Perfect. He allowed his Thunderous to get weakened, which is just phenomenal. I'm going to go straight for the U-turn because it is my safest play. So he's going to Volt Switch, so we're going to get Initiative. He gets a crit, which is like really unfortunate because that's extra damage I didn't need to take. He chooses to go Fortress, which is like awesome for us. I can choose to go Nidoking here, which makes a lot of sense. I can wear this Fortress down a lot, but the smarter play definitely is just Emboar. Emboar pure and simply because he has to go Heatran on this turn. The reason he has to go Heatran above anything else in his team is because he can't let Fortress die and let me get up Rocks, because that dents his team, and Heatran is his out-and-out best switch into my Emboar. Makes the most sense, right? Right. Bang! That does a lot of damage. Okay. Doesn't do as much as I was hoping, because this is looking like a kind of defensive freaking Heatran, which sucks. But that being said, we have a decent Heatran switch in Cocktail, which makes the most sense here. Kim Jong-il also makes sense, but not while he's that weak. So we're going to go Cocktail. He's going to Earth Power, which does like minimal damage. We can fire off a Detail. Yeah, Detail makes the most sense. If he stays in, he stays in. He might go for Plume. If he goes out to Thunderous, again, we're in trouble because I'm just losing switch-ins. Goes out to Fortress. I'm hoping he goes out to Weavile here with a Dragon Tail. He actually goes Keldeo, which isn't best for us because Keldeo's Secret Sword hurts Clefable. But we have to go Clef in this situation and hope for the best. Secret Sword it doesn't actually do that much, so that's fantastic. I don't believe he's Life Orb, I believe he's actually Scarfed, so we're going to have to go for Wish Protect. And we are Spadef Clef, so we should be able to take any hit. Scald should not be able to kill us. It doesn't. He doesn't get the burn either. That is awesome. We can protect here. And Keldeo is nullified. Fantastic. We can Wish up again as he goes out to Heatran and then double into Cocktail. And he's going to decide a Secret Sword again. Don't know why, because I'm going to be able to fire for free Moonblast if he chooses to stay in now. I guess this is the turn you go out to Heatran. I don't know what that series of plays were, but he basically allowed my Clefable to get back up to full health, which I'm not going to complain about. It's not a big deal. He goes Thunderous. What? Like, you deserve to lose your Thunderous there. What kind of play was that? I'm going to rub salt in the wound and start the timer. Choose to go Weavile now, which is okay. I have a Gyarados in the back that comes in against Weaviles. It's fine. Breaking molds, eating up fake outs and whatnot. I'm gonna go for Rest because I don't think he has low kick, but I want to be at decent health to take this thing on. Quite frankly, I don't think he has low kick. If he has fake out, why would you have low kick and fake out? That means you're running what, knockoff and ice shard? I guess you can make that work, but yeah, he just has knockoff, that's fine. It does absolutely nothing. We can rest up with our Gyarados and we are back to full health. And as you can see, this disgusting core of Gyarados plus Clefable is putting in work yet again, like it did in the UBC final. It is very hard to break down, I have found. That's why I enjoyed using it. It is a very tricky little wall core. Gyarados is just such a good status absorber. He goes back into Keldeo. Can I Sleep Talk a Dragon Tail? I Sleep Talk a Toxic, which is like awesome. It's great. I'm gonna go straight to Clef and not care about it. Go out to Clef as he's gonna Secret Sword, and we absolutely drink that Secret Sword. We're gonna be able to get Wish. As there's no point for Keldeo to stay in. It gets beaten 1v1 by Michael Fable. Just, it makes no sense for him to keep it in. I really want to get a Wish class off. Yeah, I'm aware. Thanks, buddy. Shout out to Hagani, no. Appreciating the Verd in his Pokemon. I don't know why half of his sprites didn't show up there. That was kind of not expected. Again, it's just happened again. I don't know why the sprites aren't showing up. I might want to refresh the page, but I don't want to cause it to crash. That's the thing. I don't want to cause it to crash, so I want to play it safe and not do that. So you won't be able to see his Pokemon, but you'll still be able to see like the general course of the battle. So his team is incredibly hyper offensive. He's got a Mega Venusaur, a Mamoswine, a Victini, a Thundurus Incarnate, an Alakazam, and a PZ. This is terrifying. PZ is very, very scary for my team. My best counter is Scizor, which is stupid. Alakazam is also not too worrisome because I have Gyarados. My best lead by far looking at his team though is Eel. So I'm going to lead with it. Does lead PZ, which is terrifying. It's absolutely terrifying. I know Eel can take any one hit from PZ, so the question is whether I feel Super Fang is the best play on this turn or not. Because the fact of the matter is, once I can get Rocks up and maybe get a bit of damage off on Alakazam, SD Scizor has a chance to win. So I'm going to go for the Super Fang as I feel, no, I need this thing to deal with Thundurus. I think my safer play is going into Clef. I am specially defensive for a reason. As Tri-Attack is going to hurt, but not too badly. We can take those. We can take them. As I expect his switch to Venusaur to be imminent, I'm going to Wish up. Just because it's the safest play, I can take any hit from Porygon, as you saw. That may be Specs damage, that may be Scarf damage. I can't be bothered going into a calc to check. But Mr. Dagger 5000. It's a sharp nickname. He goes into Mamoswine. It's interesting. Don't know why you chose Mamoswine today, but I'm going to take this opportunity to go straight into Cocktail, as he may set up Rocks, but I can just send this thing in as a dedicated Mamoswine check. Honestly, as he's going to knock off, which is obviously not going to do anything to my Gyarados. As my best play here, looking at his team, he has like no Gyarados check, so what would I expect him to send out? I don't feel like he'd go Venusaur. He might. Knowing that I'm Mega, he might. I really want a Toxic, but on the off chance he goes Venusaur, I think Dragon Tail is a safer play. He actually chooses Thundurus as the check, and we can get off a huge amount of damage there. He goes back out to Mamo, which is cool. I'm going to go for Toxic here. Just on the off chance he tries to stay in. As he does try and stay in, he goes for the Icicle Crash. Does a decent amount, which leads me to believe he could be banded. Nah, he can't be banded. He has to be sashed. I'm going to actually not Mega Evolve still. Because non-Mega Gyarados like wrecks his team. And for some reason I'm faster, which is kind of cool. I really want to double Toxic here. I really do, because I don't want to take another Icicle Crash, because that just puts me like way too low HP. Then again, I could Mega on Mamoswine and then heal back up, but it's not worth. I either go for the rest here against... I think I just go for Detail. I think I have to go for Detail. I don't see Mamoswine staying in this situation. I just don't. He's poisoned. He might stay in, go for Crash. If worse comes to worse, I can outspeed him after the Crash, Mega Evolve to take the Ice Shard like a champion and then rest up. So if he stays in, he stays in. If he doesn't, he doesn't. For some reason, I'm faster than him. I'm not running like that much speed. I'm running 210 speed on Gyarados, so he's running like bulky, adamant Mamoswine, judging on the damage that just happened. So, alright. He's taken his time here, Mr. Decker 5000. I might just pause the recording until he decides to actually make a move. Okay, so he decided to leave, which is whatever. It's fine, we got time for one more battle, I feel. Hopefully it's against a good team. Ooh, it's against a very good team. Ihodor. It's a cool team name. So he has a very, very scary team. A team that I don't feel super confident going up against, but we're going to see how we go. So he has Hippo. What do I feel matches up well against him? I feel that Gyarados has a very, very good matchup against him. He doesn't have a switch in for Emboar, which is phenomenal. I'm really worried about that Charizard set. I feel like my best lead is Eel. My most expendable Pokemon by far is Nidoking, After it gets up rocks, I really don't see a purpose for it. Even with it getting up rocks, I don't see a purpose for it. Charizard here, I believe, is going to be Charizard Y, which leads me to believe he won't stay in. Regardless, Super Fang is by far my best play, as he does reveal to be Charizard Y. You can just tell. You can just tell. I'm going to Super Fang off his Hippowdon because it makes sense. If he goes for Slack Off here, that's cool. I'm going to go for Knockoff to get rid of a potential lefties. Smooth Rock. He goes for rocks, which is interesting. I am faster than this Hippo, so it's like I could U-turn, I could Super Fang. I just like want to wear him down because the way I know I can take Sandstorm every turn, but I can wear out his sand and basically put him in a position where he can't slack off forever. I don't think it's worth it. I think what's worth it is, see, I'm already in a situation where if my Scizor comes in against Hippo, I just SD up and like win. Pretty much. Exactly how it would go. I'm going to choose a U-turn here. Get a bit more damage off on this Hippo because frankly he's going to go for Slack Off. I go into my Nidoking, get up my rocks, sack it off, then go straight into my Scizor and SD up. But then he's got the Slack Off, which is going to take him to what, 73%? Probably about to live. Gyarados makes more sense. Gyarados makes a ton more sense in this situation. So now I need to think of like what his switch into Gyarados is. I believe it's Mew. Makes a lot of sense for it to be Mew. I'm going to Mega Evolve here. You might be thinking that's a bit of madness, but then again you have to remember that the Extra Drill is probably Sand Rush, which means that my Eel is a solid Extra Drill check for days. I can go for a free Toxic here, as he chooses to stay in, and let his Hippo get poisoned, and Whirlwind me. Out to a Scizor that is looking pissed. I'm going to U-turn here as he's either going to Slack Off or go for Whirlwind again, allowing me to just get a ton of momentum. And if he could just go directly out to Zard, that would be fantastic. He chooses not to. Okay, it's your choice. It's your choice. I'm going to straight back out to Gyarados because I wall this thing 1v1 with this monstrosity. He does choose Slack Off. I think he's shown his whole moveset. No, he has not. He probably has Earthquake as his last move. I'm going to rest up on this turn as I expect him to go for a Whirlwind. This gives me all my health back, quite frankly. It's just best as he does Whirlwind me out to Clefable. Awesome. I like this. Because his Hippo is slowly getting whittled. I feel my best play is predicting Charizard, to be fair. But then again, I'm not really too worried about Charizard. Did I just say that? No. See, the thing is, Hippo shouldn't stay in here. In this situation, Hippo is not the player to stay in. I actually expect him to go out to Excadrill. So I'm going to Wish. Yeah. As we saw, the Excadrill doesn't break the mold. That tells me definitely that he is the Sand Rush set. Meaning I can go straight into my my Electros here, get my Wish heal on it as he goes for Iron Head, most likely. Yep, and we get all our health back. And yeah, that happened. So I get a free Super Fang here as Hippo won't appreciate, and I can just wear Hippo down turn by turn. So I get a free Super Fang on one of his Pokemon. He chooses it to be his Hippo, which I don't really care about. I miss Super Fang, which sucks. Man, that sucks. Okay. Hippo can't touch me. I miss again? Really, game? Really? I didn't know Super Fang was like 50% accurate. What? Come on. That's ridiculous. I really want to SD with Sizzle this turn because I feel like he has to slack off. Him Whirlwinding is a bad play, so I'm going to Sealed Stance. As he goes Drill. Which is pretty good for me. Because I believe Bug Bite plus Bullet Punch from here kills Drill. I don't believe Earthquake will kill me. I don't believe Earthquake will kill me. I should U-turn here because I feel like Charizard is a very, very obvious switch in. But I have a Gyarados in the back. And a Clefable and so many other things that I'm not super concerned. Plus a +2 Bug Bite plus Bullet Punch might just be able to kill it. I really want to go for 2 Bullet Punches because that catches Zard on the switch in. Adamant BP's got to be like a 2 KO on Drill, doesn't it? I've been disconnected again. Can I please reconnect? Like now? Please? I'm going to pause and hope I can reconnect in time. Alright, so I'm back. I'm really worried. I really want to BP, but I feel like Bug Bite's the best place. I'm going to Bug Bite. He SDs. Bug Bite better do a shit ton. It does do a shit ton. Fantastic. Sandstorm subsides, and now if he stays in, his drill will die. Fantastic. He just lost his Rapid Spinner, which means the sooner I can get up Rocks with Nidoking, the better. He disconnects. So, there's that. I don't know why he SD'd against Scizor. Not really too sure. But I'm going to pause here and jump into another battle, because I think we have enough time just for one last battle with this team. Alright, here we go. Last battle of the episode against Devil Jin 16. Devil Jin 16. His team is very, very scary. It's another hyper offense team. We got Azu, Thunderasterian. Thunderasterian twice in one episode. That's crazy. Bisharp, my Bay, Dragonite, Mega Medicham, Infernape. Terrifying team. Terrifying because I have no Mega Medicham switching. Zilch. Positive that I can take out of this is he has no Spinner or Defogger, so Rocks are very, very good. Rocks are muy bueno, which means that I'm inclined to lead Nidoking, but I'm almost going to bet my bottom dollar on him going Medicham. Because of this, I feel like Gyarados cannot Mega Evolve in this battle. It's just not going to be smart if it does. I'm going to choose to lead with Scizor. So I expect Medicham to lead. But I can go directly into Gyarados. It makes the most sense to me. He does have an Azu Gyarados, which sucks because I don't really have an Azu check. But I have a series of players that I want to go for here. Fake Out was very obvious. The Azumarill switch now is very obvious, so I'm going to go into my Nidoking. It'll allow me to get my Rocks. That's just the thing. He has no Spinner or Defogger, so if I can get up Rocks with Nidoking, that's all it really needs to do. Like, look at his team. What is Nidoking exactly walling? Nothing. He goes Thundurus, which is actually also okay. See, I don't really agree with Thundurus being the Gyarados check there. I really don't, but, you know, that's just me, I suppose. I believe I can get off my free Rocks here, but do I want to risk it? I don't. I have an Eel, so I'm not going to risk it because I believe he has Psychic. He has Hidden Power Ice, so there's also that. That was a lot of damage. What's he switch into an Electros? I don't really know. I'm going to Super Fang. It's apparently Bisharp, so there's that. That did damage. Gyarados is not my switch in because of Intimidate, so I guess I'm going to go into my Nidoking, because yeah, I can take hits because I'm defensive, and it'll allow me to get up my Rocks, which I really want to get up in this battle, because it will cripple Thundurus Dragonite superiorly. That did more than I thought it would. But will it do less now? It gets a 33% boost. I feel like it's a roll. Also feel like he's going to expect me to outspeed him, so we might go for Sucker Punch, because Nidoking does naturally outspeed Bisharp. It's a roll. I would really like Rocks to go up here, because if Rocks go up and I can weaken Infernape, I just win with Scizor. I'm going to go for Rocks. He does expect me to go for the other things so I can get my Rocks. Sweet! I'm going to hope I can live a knockoff. I'm going to go for Toxic Spikes, because he should outspeed me. He goes Sucker Punch, I'm going to get free T-Spikes. This is awesome. As now, really want to go aggressively into M-Ball, but that's a terrible play. I guess I just Super Fang to get a bit more damage. It's going to SD. I'm going to Super Fang him right now. Basically just to bring him to the point where he can only kill one thing. Yeah, I'm going to... Should I T-Spike again? He knows he's faster now, so he should just knock off and kill me. Fair. Then I'll just go Scizor. Nah, that's a bad play. I'll go M-Ball. Yeah, M-Ball's a better play. So I'm going to sack off Nidoking here. He does Sucker Punch to kill me. And this turn I'm just going to checkmate him with M-Ball. Basically it's a situation where he's revealed Knockoff and Sucker Punch, which tells me his last move has to be Iron Head. Makes the most sense out of any move for him to use. So, I guess I Sucker Punch. It doesn't really cancel his Sucker Punch, but it'll die to 2 Life Orb hits anyway if he goes Sucker Punch. Yep. My Sucker Punch will fail, which is unfortunate. It's kind of unfortunate. But now I've forced him to go for Sucker Punch and kill himself. There's nothing I want to switch into. I'm just sacking Emboar here. I don't think Emboar had a good matchup anyway, so I'm just going to go for Flare Blitz. That's a dead Bishop. Yeah, I didn't really play that the best way, but I sacrificed 2 Pokemon basically in order to shut down one of his biggest ways of breaking through my team. And now Rocks and T-Spikes are on his side, so that's scary for him. I'm going to go into my Clefable, as I feel that against almost anything that comes out right now, it's good. Except the Zoom Rule. Zoom Rule is a little bit scary, but I do have a defensive Gyarados with Intimidate, so that's amazing for me right now. That thing is really, really good. It shuts down the Medicham. It has Dragon Tail for the Dragonite. Thundurus is humbled by my Electros, and it also counters the Azumarill. Infernape's a little bit scary, but you know. Actually goes into Thundurus now, which against Clefable is like dream matchup worthy. So I'm just going to go straight for the Wish, as I know I can live a hit. Sludge Waves does nothing, so yeah, I can definitely live a hit. I don't really lose much from firing off a Moonblast, as another Sludge Wave won't be able to kill me. So I got that. And he doesn't really have a switch in to Moonblast right now on his entire team. Especially with the T-Spikes up too. So Nidoking put in a lot of work. It doesn't look like I really won that battle, I guess you'd call it. But I'm going to win this war. As you can see. Definitely beating this Thundurus 1v1. As what I want to do now is actually aggressively go into my Scizor, as it is my best play. Actually, no, it's not. I'm going to Protect. I'm going to Protect, as he does just keep on Sludge Waving, so that's that. I'm going to go straight into my Scizor now, as I feel the electric move is not going to happen. It doesn't make sense, because he knows he's going to die anyway. He should go for Sludge Wave, try and get the crit to kill my Clefable. I'm going to go aggressively into my Scizor, because even if he Thunderbolts, it won't kill me. I can kill him with BP. As he does try and Sludge Wave, so that's awesome. I'm just going to go for Bullet Punch, because if he goes into Infernape, I just go into Clefable and hope, I guess. Infernape's terrifying for my team, guys. He actually chooses to go Azu, which is weird. Don't really agree with that play, as another Bullet Punch should be able to kill Azumarill. Can I get the roll? Do I want to risk it? I guess I can risk it. Like, Azumarill can't really do too much to me. So, yeah, if it was a standard roll, I would assume it's a standard roll. I'm an Adamant Scizor. So that's a dead Azu. No, I got a max roll before, so I'm going to take a huge chunk of damage that I didn't really want to take. It's unfortunate. Like, this Scizor can still win, because I believe I can take an E-Speed from here from Dragonite. The problem is that Infernape, if it has the Thunder Punch, it's terrifying. It goes Dragonite here. I think I have to go directly into Cocktail in this situation. There's no other play. As he does his DD, so that's fine. I kind of expect it. I don't want to Mega just yet, because I still need to wall that Mega Medicham, so I'm going to just Detail here, as I expect him maybe to go for another DD. Hopefully we can connect with the Detail. We do. Phenomenal. Hopefully he goes out to Medicham. He actually goes out to Infernape, which sucks. This is where it gets tricky, guys, because I can go for the Mega Evolution here. Fire off a Dragon Tail, and if I do that, I believe Infernape gets placed into +2 BP range. But I don't get a chance to get off a Swords Dance. So, my safest play by far is just going Clefable to scout whether he has the Thunder Punch or not. He doesn't. He has Close Combat, which is awesome. We can Protect on that Close Combat. And he is Life Orb, so we're constantly weakening this thing. I was really worried about Thunder Punch, but I'm going to be able to Protect here. As he reveals Gunk Shot, which is kind of cool. Do I need Clefable for anything? No, I have Eel in the back. Oh, actually no, Thundurus is dead to Rocks. Dragonite's dead to Bullet Punch, and this thing's about to die anyway, so I'm going to go for a Wish, because I'm a douche. As he goes for Overheat, try and kill me. I was hoping I could live that, but yeah, I'm going to be realistic on that. So yeah, this thing is pretty much dead. It can't really do anything. Since it is -1 defense, I actually feel pretty safe going into Sizzle here to go for a BP. Reason I want to do that is because if he goes into Dragonite from that health, I can just go for BP as well. So it basically forces him to go into his Medicham, which he doesn't really want to do in this situation. So yeah, Sizzle should be able to just fire off a BP, and that should be the end of Infernape. It is. In this situation, he's kind of forced into a corner. He will lose his Thundurus on switching, so he has to go Medicham in this situation. I basically win the game with Sizzle late, so I'm just going to play it safe and go into my Gyarados, which constantly walls this Mega Medicham. As you can see, the high jump kick does absolutely nothing. So I think we should be okay. I really want to rest on this turn because I feel like he won't go into Dragonite directly and he won't go into Thundurus directly, so rest makes a lot of sense. He's actually going to go straight into Dragonite, which is a little bit scary for me right now. I could have just choked the game away by not clicking Dragon Tail. Actually, no, I don't think I have, because I have Scizor in the back still. Yeah, I don't think I have. So I'm just going to Sleep Talk. He's going to Outrage. Can I please get some favorable hacks? I do get favorable hacks. Okay, cool. Awesome. That turned out really well. Wasn't slightly fortunate at all. Medicham does come in here. Obvious high jump kick is obvious. My best player is going into Eel. Yeah. I just need to weaken the Medicham, to be fair. So I go into Eel. I can probably take a hit. The Ice Punches, we can eat that. And this is perfect because he just made a really bad mistake. He's going to allow me to go back into my Gyarados and get off another Intimidate. And allow him to get even further weakened. As at this point he's basically in BP range. I'm going to play it smart and go into my Eel, predicting him to maybe want to try and go into Thundurus. No, he does not. Chooses a high jump kick again. It does end up killing us. But at this point, I believe one more bit of poison damage and he will be definitely in BP range. We've got a -2 now as well. I'm just going to Sleep Talk, as he's going to high jump kick and kill me. But I believe from there he should definitely be in Adamant Natured Sizzor's BP range. He is, and I believe Thundurus dies upon entry to Rocks, so that is a good game. That was a really close one, but me being able to get up those Rocks with Nidoking were really clutch, and also getting up the T-Spikes were really clutch. So although it looked like a bad trade-off losing basically 2 Pokemon to kill Bisharp, in that sense it turned out to be a really big play that influenced the game. But we actually jumped from basically being, I think, almost on the cusp of 1200 to 1300 in one episode. Took us like 40 minutes, but whatever. That is basically how my UBC Championship winning team went in OU. Not as well as I thought it would. I did get a lot of wins, but definitely the synergy isn't there when it comes to OU Pokemon. I don't really have a way past a lot of things, but this definitely showcases how good defensive Mega Gyarados is just in general. It is a fantastic defensible. You don't even have to Mega Evolve, and it can be a very good hard check to Mega Medicham. On the OU ladder, I want to say that because I believe Mega Medicham does have access to Thunder Punch, which you won't see on the OU ladder, but you'll definitely see it in a draft-based format. So that's definitely something you need to watch out for, is things like that. But yeah, I feel very good about the team. It did really well. It was a fun little session. Get excited for the next season of the UBC. Your Tampa Frogadiers are getting super keen, and hopefully we can pull out the same result as last season with a sick team just like this. So thank you guys for watching. Keep on being filthy, jabronis. It's the Verd getting out of this bit.